Oh, hello. I'm Monique. Good evening, and welcome to Cozy Corner Bedtime Stories. You know, I read a lot of different stories, and whenever I read them, the characters seem to pop right off the page and begin to talk in their own voices. Oh, I know it sounds silly, but they really do. It's enough to put me right to sleep. You don't believe me? Well, why not listen for yourself? What would be a good story to start with? Oh, here we are. This is a story that's been told for ages, a tale of grace, perseverance, and unexpected fortune. It's the story of Cinderella, the young woman whose kindness and quiet strength led her to a destiny beyond her wildest dreams. Go ahead and close your eyes. As long as you keep your ears open, you'll hear what I mean. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a girl named Cinderella. She was kind-hearted and gentle, yet her life was marked by sorrow. After the death of her beloved mother, her father remarried, bringing into their home a woman with 2 daughters of her own. But when Cinderella's father also passed, her stepmother revealed her true nature, and the household fell into the hands of cruelty.
Cinderella, these floors look atrocious. You know we have guests coming this evening, don't you? I won't have this house looking like a disgusting pigsty. Clean them, now.
Yes, Stepmother. I'm nearly finished.
Nearly finished? Oh, Cinderella, but you have to mend my dress. I don't want to look like an old hag. I mean, you, of all people, must know how embarrassing that is.
Do I?
Please, you're right. Just look at her, sister. Covered in ash and dust. Tch, you know you should take better care of yourself, Cinderella.
Cinderella. That was a pretty clever nickname I came up with.
That was my idea.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it was. You always
Though they
think it was
belittled
my
her,
idea.
Cinderella's spirit remained pure.
It did?
Of course. She carried her burdens with quiet grace, retreating to the warmth of the hearth as she found comfort in the whispers of the fire. One afternoon, the household was stirred by an unexpected announcement. A royal messenger had arrived with an invitation that would set events in motion that Cinderella could never have foreseen.
By order of His Majesty the King, a royal ball shall be held at the palace, and every eligible young lady in the kingdom is invited to attend. The prince himself will choose a bride.
The prince?
Oh, how wonderful. I've always wanted to be a princess.
Oh, shut up. No prince would want to marry someone with your face. But mine, he'll drop to my knees the moment we lock eyes.
Yeah, because you're so ugly, he'll die right on the spot.
Girls! This is no time to be bickering over who gets the prince. You're both eligible young ladies. Either one of you could win the prince's heart.
Oh, then I can go too. I don't mind that the prince will never look my way, but, well, I'd love to just enjoy an evening in the castle
Do not
with...
think for a moment that you will be attending, Cinderella. There's far too much work to be done here. Besides, what could you possibly wear to such an event? No, I'm afraid it just won't happen.
Cinderella's heart sank as her stepsisters planned their gowns and coiffures with glee. She returned to her tasks, dreaming silently of the life beyond the kitchen walls. She knew she had no gown, no jewels, nothing fit for a royal ball. It was true. There wasn't any hope left for her. As the night of the ball drew near, Cinderella was left alone, her spirits burdened with sorrow. The sound of distant carriages carried her stepsisters and stepmother away to the palace, leaving her in the quiet darkness.
If only I could go. If only for a moment. Oh, but it's no use.
Why do you cry, my dear?
Who are you?
I'm your fairy godmother, my child. And you shall not weep tonight. No, no, no. Just wipe here. Use your dress. Just wipe your eyes. They look a mess. But for tonight, you shall go to the ball.
But you don't understand. I have no dress, no way to arrive. I'm afraid you're right about one thing, though. There's no use crying about it because it just won't happen.
That's not the only thing I'm right about. Now, sit tight. Hold on. Stupid wand.
And with a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed a simple pumpkin into a magnificent carriage, the mice into noble horses, and Cinderella's threadbare dress into a gown of shimmering silver, adorned with delicate slippers made of
Glass. How different. Oh, but it's beautiful. It's more than I ever dreamed, and oh, thank you.
Of course, my dear. But this facade is only temporary. Remember this. Never waste a Friday night on a first date. And also, at the stroke of midnight, the spell will break and all will return to what it was, okay? You understand?
That's more than enough time. Thank you.
Go on, get out of here.
Cinderella arrived at the palace, her beauty and grace unmatched by any other in the room, for all were amazed at the maiden who adorned the glass slippers. One particular young man, the same age as Cinderella, approached her.
Who is she?
Oh no, she's beautiful! There goes my chance with the prince!
Your chance? What about me?
Be quiet, girls.
Excuse me.
Oh,
May I have this dance?
of course.
Something looks very familiar about that girl.
As they danced, Cinderella felt the world fall away. The boy spoke little, but his eyes told her everything. He was enchanted by her, as she was by the night. They danced until the stars shone high above, and yet, all too soon, the great clock began to chime.
It's midnight.
So it is.
Oh no, I must go.
What? Why? What's wrong?
Nothing. Well, I haven't met the prince.
The prince? But don't
Oh,
you...
I'm terribly sorry. The evening was lovely, but goodbye.
Wait, I don't even know your name! Come back!
In her haste, Cinderella fled out of the castle. She ran through the halls, past pillars, and downstairs. Those stairs are what got her. On her way down, one of the glass slippers slipped off her foot. Before she had a chance to retrieve it, the young man she had once melted into the arms of was right behind her. So she ran, leaving behind the single glass slipper, a token of the brief magical night.
Oh, Mother! Mother! Did you hear?
Did I hear what?
The prince lost the maiden he danced with last night. He can't find her, and he's searching for her.
Can you imagine that? Someone running away from a prince! How unseemly!
So what about it?
She left behind a glass slipper.
Glass slipper?
They're testing it on every maiden in the kingdom to find the girl he danced with last night.
The prince.
Cinderella was in a blissful shock. The handsome young man she had danced with wasn't just any boy. He was the prince. She ran up to the attic to find one of her mother's old dresses and make herself look presentable. After all, she didn't have the same quality of clothes that she wore at the ball. The stepmother, quick to notice her joy, followed her up the stairs, locking the door behind Cinderella.
Wait, no, please!
You went to the ball, didn't you? You directly disobeyed me. I understand. You've hated me ever since your father died. You've taken it upon yourself to deliberately make my life miserable.
No, please!
Do one more thing for me. Stay in the attic, and don't make a noise when the prince arrives. Or I may never let you out.
Please, no! Please! How could you be so cruel? Please!
Cinderella began to weep. She wept and wept. All the hope she was given was simply a blanket made to hide the true despair she was in. And just like that, the prince arrived.
Good evening.
Good evening, Your Highness. Marry me.
Oh my! Look, Mother! It's the man I danced with last night.
You're trying too hard, darling.
I, don't want to intrude,
Oh, please do.
but I need to test the shoe on every maiden in the kingdom. For whoever fits the shoe, I want to make her my bride.
Weak knees.
The prince began to test the shoe on both of the stepsisters, but their feet were just too big.
Let me try again. I know it'll fit this time.
Oh, this is ridiculous. It's tiny. Who has feet this tiny?
I haven't the slightest idea.
No matter how hard they tried, the slipper did not fit. At last, the prince gave up.
Are you positive that there isn't any more young maidens in this house that attended the ball? This is the last house, and if she isn't here...
I'm afraid not.
You don't think Sin?
The stepmother was quick to clasp her hand over her daughter's mouth, just as quickly as she flashed the prince a smile and opened the door for him. With a sigh, knowing that he may never find the love of his life, he left the house.
Who is that?
The wind.
You have another girl in this house.
Well, yes, but she's just a kitchen wench.
Hello up there! Who is doing that beautiful singing?
Cinderella was surprised to hear the voice calling for her. She wiped her tears and leaned her head out the window, and the two star-crossed lovers met each other's eyes.
You!
What room does that window go to?
The attic, but...
The prince ran into the house without a second thought. He flew up the stairs, the stepmother and stepsisters following close behind. He reached the attic door, but it would not open.
Unlock this door.
No, I don't think...
Unlock this door right now.
The stepmother hesitantly pulled out the key and unlocked the door. As the door slowly swung open, the prince's love was revealed, standing behind it, waiting with a smile of wonder.
It's you. You were the girl that ran away. I'd recognize those eyes anywhere.
Should I try on the slipper?
I don't need a shoe to tell me who I love. But just in case. It fits.
It fits?
It fits.
Cinderella and the prince were soon married, their union a celebration of hope, kindness, and love. From that day forward, she lived not only as a princess, but as a symbol of how grace and perseverance
And a little bit of magic.
can lift even the humblest of hearts to greatness. Though life may bring hardships, there is always a light at the end for those who remain kind. And there you have it. I told you they could talk. Cinderella, a tale of beauty, not just in appearance, but in spirit. May her grace inspire your dreams as you drift off to sleep. Thank you for joining me on Cozy Corner Bedtime Stories. Until we meet again, good night.